Alright, let's dive into something that's got me absolutely fascinated lately. Have you ever seen a building that seems to move? Not in a creepy, haunted way, but in a way that's almost alive. That's exactly what's happening in Modena, Italy, with this new kinetic canopy designed by Carlo Ratti Associati. And let me tell you, it's not just a roof, it's a statement about how we think about architecture, history, and the future. Here's the hook. Imagine a triangular structure that opens and closes like a giant mechanical flower. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? But it's real, and it's sitting right in Piazza Sant'Agostino. This isn't just a random installation. It's a preview of what's coming for AGO Modena Fabbriche Culturali, a massive cultural complex being built inside a former hospital. Personally, I think this is where architecture stops being static and starts becoming a performance. What makes this really interesting is the collaboration behind it. Carlo Ratti Associati teamed up with Chuck Hoberman, the guy famous for his expandable structures. If you've ever seen those foldable stadium roofs or those cool expanding lamps, that's his work. Here, they've taken that idea and scaled it up to create a roof that's part machine, part art. The model in the piazza is just 7 meters, but it's enough to show how the full-scale version will work. And let me tell you, seeing those 3 sections move apart and then gather overhead, it's mesmerizing. But here's where it gets even more intriguing. This canopy isn't just about looking cool. It's about function. When it's open, the historic facades of the courtyard are exposed to the sky, keeping that connection to the past. But when it closes, it creates a covered space for events, exhibitions, or gatherings. And it does all this in just a few minutes. In my opinion, this is architecture that's responsive not just to the weather, but to the needs of the people using it. What many people don't realize is how this ties into a bigger trend in architecture: dynamic reversibility. It's this idea that new interventions should be flexible, leaving room for future changes. With this canopy, CRA is taking that concept literally. When it's extended, it adds a modern layer to the historic courtyard. When it's retracted, it steps back and lets the old architecture shine. It's like a dance between the past and the present, and I find that absolutely brilliant. A detail I find fascinating is the materials they've used. The outer frame is Corten steel, which gives it this weathered, almost timeless look. But the moving parts are stainless steel, sleek and modern. The joints are visible so you can see how it all works. It's not just about the movement, it's about making the mechanics part of the design. If you take a step back and think about it, this is architecture that's transparent, both literally and metaphorically. Now let's talk about why this matters. This canopy isn't just a gimmick. It's a solution to a real problem. How do you modernize a historic space without erasing its identity? CRA's answer is to make the new element move. It's not permanent, it's not intrusive. It's a partner to the existing architecture. And it's sustainable, too, with photovoltaic panels generating solar energy. This raises a deeper question. Could this be the future of how we adapt old buildings for new uses? The prototype in the piazza is also a genius move. It's like a teaser trailer for the main event, giving the public a taste of what's to come. People can watch it open and close, see how it changes the space below, and imagine how it'll work at full scale. It's not just about the final product, it's about the process, the anticipation. From my perspective, this is how you build excitement for architecture. So what does this all suggest? To me, it's a shift in how we think about buildings. They're not just static objects. They're dynamic systems that can adapt, change, and respond. This canopy is a symbol of that, a literal moving part in the story of architecture. And when AGO Modena opens in 2026, this kinetic roof will be the star of the show, a contemporary intervention in a project defined by reuse. Here's my closing thought. Architecture doesn't have to be fixed in time. It can evolve, it can surprise us, and it can even perform. This canopy isn't just a roof. It's a reminder that the spaces we build can be as flexible and alive as the people who use them. So what do you think? Is this the future of architecture or just a cool experiment? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your take.